And now you guys are blown up. So tell me, what was your feelings about when Atlanta started to become, a hotbed for talent? Because, you guys are working with JD. He's doing this thing with So Def, Has Escape. And then, of course, you have LaFace, LA and Babyface down there doing their thing with TLC, Tony Braxton, pretty much that whole camp. So tell me your feelings about that.
It was a good look for Atlanta. Atlanta always been a city that's bred good artists. So it was definitely a good look.
And did you guys know at the time that Atlanta would be where it is now? Like where everybody that's anybody, that want to try to get in the music game, go to Atlanta?
Nah. I never thought it would be this big.
And tell me about the making of the third album, the Young, Rich, and Dangerous album, which had the song Tonight's the Night, which is like another one of my favorite Criss Cross joints.
Oh, appreciate it. That was kind of a turning point for us. We turned, I think, like 16 when we put that album out. I loved it. I thought it was a great album, and that's just that.
Did you kind of think the public really couldn't get past the whole closed backwards, totally crossed out jump phase because that was such a monster? They just couldn't see past that when you guys were pretty much growing up and try to, do more hard songs and try to relate a little bit more as you guys are growing and coming of age?
I don't know. The record sold like 800,000 copies, so I don't know. I definitely think we had a fan base. I don't think that was the problem.
So tell me about life afterwards, after that album.
It was just basically, just chilling, getting to take some time to know ourselves, as people, because so much of our lives was spent working and touring and this, that, and the other. So, we got to take a little time out just to get to grow as people.
And while you guys were taking that time out and that break, what was your feelings on, JD working with Usher and seeing him take Usher from being, just a young R&B kid and into like a crossover superstar, and knowing that he did the same thing for you guys?
I mean, I didn't have no kind of feelings that's a person, that's his job. You know what I'm saying? That's his job. That's what he does. He's going to work with different artists. Wouldn't have no kind of feeling about that.
Okay. And how do you guys feel about Criss Cross's place within hip-hop history as you guys pioneered pretty much the whole game for young rappers, like pretty much Bow Wow, Soulja Boy, anybody that's young, you guys pretty much paved the way for that?
I mean, I think I don't think we get the respect that we should get, but at the same time, we also do get a lot of respect. So I think we got our place in history.
Right. Now, why did you feel that Criss Cross hasn't really gotten the respect?
I mean, just some of the questions that you're asking me right now.
Yeah, pretty much, just reiterating for the young fans that pretty much are like kind of like 90s kids that don't really know Criss Cross. Because I grew up during you guys' period, as I mentioned with you earlier, that I pretty much grew up with you guys, and my cousin had totally crossed out, and she dubbed it to me on the tape. So, I grew up loving you guys' music, and, want to say thank you for what you guys have done for hip-hop and for the young kids.
All right, man. Thanks. Thanks for having me.
So, tell me about what are you up to now, your new artist?
Okay, yeah, right now I got my new label, Seco Records. I got my first female artist coming out. Her name Lily. You can check her out at MySpace/Lily.com. And, it's just new R&B flavor for 09, 010.
Okay, and you have any other projects coming in the works besides Lily? Any new music from yourself dropping?
I might be working on something towards the end of the year, but right now I'm just working on this project right here.
All right, and one last quick question before you go. How do you feel about the current state of the music industry as it was different from when you guys were up doing it big with record sales and everything?
I think it's in a good position, but I also think it's in a bad position. I think right now we're seeing a time where records are going to no longer be sold in stores, and it seems like they're only being bought off the internet. And it's so easy to get access to records now that it's hard to sell them. So that's why I think a lot of people are not selling records. I think this the industry as a whole is just in a downpour.
And I definitely feel that with the internet, you know, it's a good way to go because it eliminates the middleman and you can pretty much do it yourself. I definitely agree with that.
Definitely can do it yourself these days, or definitely make a living out of it. Get signed to a major label.
Now, do you have any shout-outs you want to give before we conclude?
Just want to say peace to all the fans. You know what I'm saying? Keep showing the love. And that's it. Peace to all your listeners.
All right. And do you have a MySpace page where fans can get in contact with you or anything?
You can basically just get in contact with me through MySpace / Lily Don't Hurt 'em, LILIDONTHERTEM.
All right, people, there you go, and there you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, another Time Machine exclusive. Chris Kelly, one half of Criss Cross. Chris, thank you for doing this interview, my man, and hang on the line.
All right.
All right.